Yo creo que está perfectamente dicho todo por la Secretaria de Energía. Simplemente quiero agradecer a todos ustedes. Do you want to use the interpreter or do you want? No. Quiero agradecer a todos ustedes su presencia esta tarde y decir que Pemex tiene un enorme potencial que queremos aprovechar. Tenemos muchas similitudes con British Petroleum. Hasta hace poco Pemex tenía muchísimas más reservas petroleras. Sin embargo, la falta de desarrollo tecnológico, la falta de inversión, no permitió que Pemex aprovechara el enorme potencial que tiene. Hoy British Petroleum tiene más reservas probadas que México y sin embargo I can see that nobody has interpreter, isn't it? Everybody has? No. Okay, I'm sorry for that. I will speak in English very few. This is a very important occasion for me because Pemex, the Mexican company, had in the past more or less the same proved oil reserves than British Petroleum. However, the lack of technology and the lack of the right framework to explore and allow specialized investment in the company delayed the development of Pemex. Today we have roughly a little bit less proved oil reserves than BP, but BP is producing almost the double of oil and natural gas than Pemex. For us, as the Minister of Energy said already, last year the Congress approved a very important energy reform in the legal framework in Mexico. And through this reform, I'm sure Pemex and Mexico will make big steps in order to recover our own capacity to produce natural gas and oil. And there is several coincidences with the situation of Aberdeen and this beautiful region of Scotland and the United Kingdom. One for me is, for instance, the future of the oil industry here, the present and the future, is in the North Sea. And it's very similar to the Mexican situation because the capabilities of the Gulf of Mexico for our country are amazing. This morning we received very good explanations about the state of the art in drilling of British Petroleum. And we were talking about that in the Gulf of Mexico, of course in the part of the United States territory, there were like almost 2,000 wells today. In the Gulf of Mexico, in the Mexican part, there are probably less than 200 wells. Deep waters, for instance, which is the future of the industry, presents opportunity only for those industries that are able to get the technology and the manager capacity to move forward into the sea. Today, the average of our wells in Pemex is only probably less than 100 meters under the surface of the sea. But we have huge capacities, and we can imagine that if you see a map, the capabilities for the future of Mexico are amazing. And that's exactly what we are looking with this reform, and that's exactly what we are looking here in Aberdeen. I know that there are huge possibilities for some kind of mixed efforts between BP and Pemex, and mixed efforts between Pemex and several specialized companies around the globe. For me, I'm sure that after this reform, Pemex will recover its capacity to produce oil and natural gas, and also to recover its own reserves. So we are preserving the future for Mexican people. Talking about renewable energies, we are facing the same challenges that British people and British government are facing. We know that despite our oil and natural gas resources, we believe, and especially I believe, and the necessity to change, to switch the kind of energy we are producing. And the capabilities for Mexico are amazing as well in this field. For instance, I listened a few minutes ago that the cost for a wind farm here is more or less, of course, is offshore, like a 3 million pounds per each megawatt. But the capabilities of Mexico is like $1 million per each megawatt in Oaxaca, and with a rate of efficiency over 50% in our land, which means tremendous potential in wind energy and wind farms in Mexico. We are looking to make a strong commitment in renewable energy, and we are moving ahead either in the traditional resources related with hydrocarbons, but also in the new renewable energy. We have a big potential, but we need help. And we need the help of companies like the British companies, not only BP, but also several medium and big companies that we saw a few minutes ago here. And I'm really happy today because I know that there are several Mexican engineers here in Aberdeen studying and researching, and I hope that in the future, with these new trained people, and of course with the new contracts and relationships that we are building with British companies, Mexico not only will change its own face, but also we will be able to finance faster development of the country. We know that with our resources and with our people, we are able to build a stronger Mexico, safer Mexico, most prosperous nations, and at the same time a nation with environment, a nation that will be able to support the personal development and the human sustainable development of more than 100 million people, the Mexican people. So with our resources, with the support of the technology and knowledge of the British companies, and of course with the spirit and willingness of the people and government of Mexico, we will build the nation that we want for future generations of Mexicans. And that's the reason why I'm here in Aberdeen.